Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Monday. You guys know what it is. It's Meta Monday. So we have the honorable, very happy to be here with her. Teri is with us from Holding Your Space. She has
Aw.
lots of good messages for us today, but she has a request that I go first, and I'm going to go first. I have your pre-made out cards. We are going to get started in a few minutes. I'm going to let a few of you come in. But other than that, I know she knows all of you gems, and all of you gems know who she is. But let's give Teri just a couple of minutes to say hello, introduce herself, and let us know who she is either channeling or bringing to the room with us. Go ahead, Teri.
Oh, okay. Hey, everybody. I'm Teri at Holding Your Space. I'm a channeler, intuitive, medium, and I love guided meditation. So I like taking people on vision quests and meeting your. Actually, we did a meditation this morning, meeting your guides. I have the honor of 8 different guides that I channel regularly. The Angel of Love and Light has been with me since birth and has shown herself many times as a small child. And in fact, I just wrote down their names because I did a vision quest with them yesterday. So I have an Andromedan named Aliyah. I have a golden white light that I work with. And they're of a light body. They no longer have a physical form. And you cannot pronounce his name. So,
A few of them.
yeah, I have a deity that's in a red toga. He goes by Zeus. I have this interesting half dragon, half eagle. Yeah. Do you have one too?
I have something similar, but not half dragon, half eagle. That sounds wonderful.
Okay, yeah. And so they're quite beautiful, and their name is Awat, which means mother and death at the same time. So kind of perfect for here, right?
Absolutely. I got chills on that one. Wow, I love that. I love
Yeah.
that.
And then there's a horse called Herbert that I'm dearly in love with, and he likes to give me hugs by leaning into me.
Oh my
I know.
gosh.
I
I
just
have
love
my
it.
childhood horse as one of my guides. Her name is Beta Honey, but we just call her Beta, but she's one of my guides. So that's beautiful. I love that.
Ditto, honey. That's so beautiful. And then there's also a child that flies, and she's Faye. And she just kind of she likes to dance. She's my ADD person because if I'm at a funeral, I don't want to be sitting with everybody. I want to be flying with everybody around.
Right, absolutely. Absolutely. I
Yeah.
celebrate death. So I don't want to be sad. I want to be happy. I want to celebrate the life that they had. Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that
Yes.
so many times now it's a celebration of life.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's always been that way for me, but I know a lot of people just absolutely can't wrap their mind around that.
Yeah.
And death is very, very ugly to them. But for me, I work with the dead. So it's kind of beautiful to me. So it's not an ending, it's just a passing to another part. But I get it. It's hard.
Right? Yeah, it is. But it's so much fun, isn't it? So,
It
I
is.
mean,
It is for me anyway. I love it.
yeah.
So who you have those 8. Do you have like any specific decks that you're gonna be working with, or
Oh,
you
is
just
that what
have a
I'm supposed to be talking
collection?
about? Okay. I am working with a few different decks. Sorry. I'm working with the Divine Feminine Oracle cards that I'm working with.
Uh-huh.
I'm also working with my Ganesh deck, who I always have by me because I'm
One of my
dearly in love
favorites.
with him.
Mhm.
Healing Waters Attunement cards. And then because you're working with your Colette Barton Reed cards, I have my Colette Barton Reed cards here somewhere around me.
Yay.
Aha, she's right here. So, and these are her animal oracle cards.
Oh yeah, the
Spirit
animal
animals.
spirits. Yes, those are
Yeah.
wonderful. Yep, I
Yeah.
love them. I have that deck too. It's wonderful. Woo! Are you ready, Teri?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, at this point, we only have one starred. We have 4 or 5 people with us. So, hello, everybody that is with us. They'll be slowly trickling in. This is just kind of, it's Monday. You know, we're all a little late to the beat, but we're here. So, hi, Michelle, and hi, Book Bewitched. I'm so glad that you both are here. If you want a message, you know the routine. You put me in the comments. There's no questions. If you have a burning desire question, you can put it in there, but it is no guarantee that it will be read. You can just hope that it's part of your message. So only burning desire questions, but if it's not part of your message, you know how it goes. Hi, Jonathan. Good
Hey,
morning.
Jonathan. Oh,
I'm
good.
sure it's
Akila's
very
here.
where you're at, right? Akila, good morning. Hi,
Yeah.
Chloe. So we are
Hey.
about to take off. I will, you guys know that Thomas is running in the background, and any questions you can ask Michelle, any of the moderators. Thomas will be starring and handling comments. I have all of your messages pre-made, just like we do any other week, and we go in random order here. There's no guarantee who's going to be first and who's going to be last. So, with that being said, we will start. Hi, Jackie. Good morning. Cosmic. Hey, beautiful Nicole. I just love Cosmic. Oh my God. She is so much power, y'all. Whew, she's
She
power.
does. Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. Oh, she's so powerful. And Book, they want you to start it off. So, Book, we are starting with you. And you are number 3, Book. So, number 3. All right. Third pile. Your pile. Okay. So we are how many? 22? We are 22 days away from spring, guys. This is a beautiful thing. So, because we are 22, we are going to check 2 of your creatures on my end, okay? So, for me, we are going to be checking your actual creature, and we are going to be seeing what bird is going to be paying attention to you this spring, right? So, necessarily, it could be a totem, it could be a spirit, it could be a familiar, and it could be just a real bird that just always seems to find you, right? So, Book Bewitched, your creature is an Akaya, okay? So I'm going to tell you about it in a minute, and your bird that's going to be looking for you is a kingfisher. We're going to start with the kingfisher, right? Give me 1 second here. I opened a 19. I was so cool. I'm getting so good at just opening right to where they at. So, kingfisher, you are release. You are claimer of the dark waters. You are subconscious alignment within yourself. You are a kingfisher. So this kingfisher is going to help you with your subconscious and your inner alignment with yourself. So it's going to be helping you draw a path through your conscious to your subconscious and possibly your unconscious, if you have an unconscious. If you're not doing any shadow work, then you're not opening or touching them lower levels. And maybe this is why a kingfisher will be looking for you in 22 days. When I asked what creature you were getting, you got the Akka, right? So when I go to the Akka, give me 1 second here while I turn to the page. Y'all, I can't make them up. I don't want to lie. What is this? 50s? 30s? 39. I need 42. Okay. The Maka. He leaves small clues that will lead to the details of a message that you need. So this would be a synchronicity kind of creature. So if you're starting to see a lot of synchronicities, those are actually this little guy leaving you clues. So it's like breadcrumbs. Follow the breadcrumbs. Okay. This is a good creature. He will bring wisdom into your life. And he also will help you get into the zone of things. So use him at all costs. Use your kingfisher. So in your head and in your heart and in your unknowns, okay? You have in your head, you have the time master and you have mini mask, the authentic self, right? You have the ability, you know how we wear them hats. You know, we're a doctor, we're a nurse, we're a coach, we're a referee, we're a mother, we're a father, we're a sister, we're a brother. We have all of them hats. That's what they mean by the mask, right? Your authentic, true self. All the hats, all the masks you wear, they're not to hide your identity. They're to put you in the energy that you need. So with this being in your crown space, in your mind, this is very, 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 very good place to be at. For the simple fact is when they paired it with time, they want you to understand that it's limitless, right? And it's also timeless. Time here is man's time, okay? Time over there doesn't exist the way you can contemplate it right now. Human, it's who we are. We are wrapped into a 24-hour period that repeats over and over and over and over again, right? And we just call it a different day of the week. That's basically what time is for us, right? We created this so that we didn't have to feel like we were on a Groundhog's Day every day, right? But over there, it's not the same thing. So you have timeless possibilities. And with your authentic self being in your crown, you are being true to yourself. And that is a good place to be. In your heart, you got beauty, way, and wind, right? So what I feel with these two together is that there is something that dances and moves your heart, right? And you find beauty in it. So this is something that maybe nobody else finds beauty in. You know, this is like that sumac bush that visually is beautiful. You're not going to touch it, you know better. Or one of them flowers that maybe could be poisonous, but it's so beautiful, you're attracted to it, right? You see the beauty in the defense mechanism that it has, right? I feel like there's something that could be just that simple for you in your heart that allows you to see the beauty in some things that others don't deem beauty. So allow that kind of energy to stay in your heart this week as you progress, because it could get a little sticky, but that's okay, because if you find yourself in that sticky spot, you're exactly where you need to be, because somebody needs to see it in a different way, and you're there to make sure that that happens. In your unknowns, I got Blade, and honey, you got the giveaway card. So book Bewitch, you have a giveaway coming this week to you. Because I didn't specify head, heart, or hands, this giveaway is completely up to you and your God, your universe, your guides, whatever you consider your source of good, right? So talk to your guides, talk to your sources, your God, your Buddha, whatever it is that you believe in, your guides are going to help you. It could be a divination tool for somebody. Who knows? Or maybe you're going to be cutting off things with your Athame so that you can find that giveaway, right? Something is going to happen for you. This week is a giveaway. That is your unknowns, and that is your meta message for this week from me. Teri, what do you got?
Whoa, I'm so bowled over. That was amazing, Hershey. That is, book Bewitched. Lucky you. And Kingfisher is like one of my favorites. It's a very indigenous story with Kingfisher. So I always love Kingfisher energy. So I've got great things for you here, Book Bewitched. Number one, I get the Dreamweaver coming in. And look at all that beautiful purple light and the full moon coming in. And your spirit animal here, which this is not an animal deck, but I love that they came into play, is your big cat. So being stealthy, getting through what you need to get through. You said you're purging right now. And I feel like there's this kind of when we purge, it's like this cloud that comes in, right? Yeah, Book Bewitched said she's gobsmacked by your readings. I love that. That's one of my favorite words. Okay. Verklempt and gobsmacked. So there's this, like we're finding these little facets of ourself, right? All over the place that we've left behind in past lifetimes, or perhaps in this lifetime as a child, or when we didn't have our voice to respond properly the way we wanted to. And this is the time that we're cleaning all that out. It's like pulling it out of us. And I love this because I also pulled the spider spirit. And with the spider, sometimes we weave a spider web and to support us. I mean, and there's a reason for it. It's like when we're in trauma, we disassociate or we go through something, right? And I'm not saying that you were in trauma, Book Bewitched, but I'm just, what if? So we build this web, and this web has a purpose. But then as we grow, we don't need that web anymore, and we have to pull it out. And so it was something that worked well, kind of like the kingfisher, right? They wait until it's the right time, and then they dive in and they get what they want. And so the spider spirit is making your dreams and pulling out the darkness, and pulling out everything that you're cleaning out too, which I really love. And then I went in and I pulled you a divine feminine card as well. And I got Joan of Arc. So, Joan of Arc fought her battles, right? And she did so as a child. So she did it with quite innocence, like us, that when we left so much behind. And she came in, but she's got it. She's got victory. So that's you, Book Bewitched, getting her done. So I don't know if that makes sense. I don't feel like I went into, there's so many facets that you're going into, but Hershey, I just love it. So it's just so beautiful.
That was powerful. Wow. Yes, Jane, I am. And Jane, I am being told that you need to put me in the box. If you're not here, you're not here, but I have a very specific message that is coming in for Jane. So Jane, if you don't want a meta message, you don't have to have it, but I do have a message for you. But so I need to get you starred so I don't forget that I have a message playing on a loop for you. So Jane, please get that in there. Let's see. Let me see. Who do you want next, Meta? Do you want Gypsy next? Literally, Gypsy's number one. All right, Gypsy, you are next, and they said you are number one. All right. Interesting. And yes, Jane, I am using my enchanted unicorn. I'm ready for this deck. It finally found me. Yes. Yes. Oh, okay. Give me just one. Whoa. Okay, just 1 second here. Hold on 1 second. 20. Didn't turn right to that. I knew that. Now this one. 60. What? Okay, so your creature is a hobgoblin. You have a hobgoblin coming in for you, Gypsy JJ. This is a protective little creature, okay? He is going to, and he just showed up for somebody else this morning because I've already been, my morning, it's me, So I can tell you that he will be removing unusable or dangerous hazards in your mind, your heart, and your soul, and also in your present conditions, living conditions, working conditions, your yard, your bathroom, whatever, with a condition of the room that you're in. If there is something that is dangerous to you, your goblin is removing that. He will also be helping you move unimaginary fears, right? What I want you to realize is they use the word unimaginary, but I want you to replace that with irrational, right? Rational fears are natural. We're human, right? We're supposed to be scared of lions and tigers and bears, oh my, right? It's the irrational ones. They, in their world, say that's unrealistic. So he's going to help you with those irrational fears. Okay? Like toning them back down to what they are, and then you can maybe overcome it. The bird that you will be looking for you this spring is an ostrich. You will be channeling through me. I will bring something forth within you that you can't see. You are of this earth, but you are also of me. You are ostrich. Ooh, Gypsy JJ. Birds, I channel with birds. Ooh, so are you the type that can just walk outside and say, okay, I can't hear you singing, and then birds start singing? Or you're driving and you're like, hey, y'all fly with me, and all of a sudden birds just start like soaring in the sky? Those are your familiars. So absolutely trust that birds of a feather flock together, and if you channel through any feathered fowl, you are one powerful channeler. So take all of that in, because the energy that comes with it is literally, I'm hearing the words for the second time today. The more you believe, the more you will see, right? They paired this with fairy tale, and put yourself the hell out there. Get yourself familiar with worlds and creatures that revolve around this, the natural world, right? Not the man's world, the natural world. Understand the differences and enjoy the energy, because it's very fairy tale like for us as humans, but it's not really fairy tale. You just have to believe, and the more you believe, you will see. In your crown, you got adaptability and beginner, right? So this kind of makes sense that you're coming into spring in 22 days with knowing that you could be channeling through birds this summer, this spring, this year, this new beginning for you, right? So take this in slowly, because good Lord, I'm a channeler, right? And I channel birds, I channel archangels, I channel creatures, I channel dead people. I'm a channeler. This is a lot of energy. Take this in. You are just now starting this journey. This is something brand new, but this is something that you can sow and you can harvest, right? In your heart, you got the tidy house and you got the cross, right? So there is a lot of faith in that heart of yours. And that faith is believing something, whether you can see it or not, right? That's what faith is about. It's about knowing that the universe has your back in abundance, right? And you have that in your heart. So you carry that with you everywhere you go. And I was just saying it this morning, and it seems like it's relevant again. It's not how, it's not where, it's not how you live. Wait, say it again. It's not where you live, it's how you live. So there seem to be some pretty valuable lessons, because they're showing back up. So what I can tell you is that remember where you came from. Remember that you like it nice and tidy in your heart, and you love to believe in things, whether you see it or not. You know it's there. It's part of everything. It's part of the biome, right? In your unknowns, I got a closing of a door and a drifter. So there's something that you have decided that you're done with, and that's okay, because closure brings new opportunities, right? You don't want to have too many doors and windows open when you're working with this kind of energy, because you don't want to get overwhelmed. Trust me, you don't want too many open at one time. Shit happens, right? So close every door. This is just basically, I feel like they're reminders. What they want you to understand is that remember to close every door that you open. And every time you open a door, remember that an equal and opposite door or window gets opened every time you open one. So you want to protect the one that you're opening intentionally, but you need to remember to set protection for the one that is getting open, because balance is balance. Life is just. You can't open one without a natural one opening on the other side. So remember to always close your doors and windows, and remember to protect both, the one you opened and the one the universe opened, to keep balance. And that's the message I got for you. What do you got, Teri?
I love that. I love that. Yeah, it really struck me when you were talking about the opening and the closing and the protection. So so I went in, my guides draw things for me. So that's kind of what I brought in. It's like at first they're showing me this water world for you, Gypsy. And that's kind of like life, right? Water is life, it's consciousness. And it seems like there've been a lot of waves, and they were showing me some pretty good sized waves, like pretty steady up and down. But then around that, there's the stream that comes in and the stream that moves out. Like you were talking about, Hershey. So the windows, the opportunity, and keeping that energy flowing. And when it starts flowing properly, then it's not all stuck like in a tub, that it's always moving. So something about moving your energy and keeping that moving. And I love what Hershey said about going into protection. So I feel like your guides are kind of saying something in your heart space. Like maybe you don't always feel supported, Gypsy, but they're kind of bringing that in, and they're just wanting you to know that you are always supported. And with that, they're bringing in trees on either side of that stream, that flow that comes in for you when that comes in. So of new life and new roots as well. So and there you get that balance. And I think you talked about that too, didn't you, Hershey? A balance. And having that on either side. So I get in, I'll show you my cards that I pulled for you. I pulled the Panther Spirit, who I dearly love. I always love a big cat. So, and Panther Spirit has so much strength. And they're talking about reclaiming your power, Gypsy. So I don't know if that hits you at all. But then they're also talking about Ant Spirit, because sometimes it's the little things and sometimes it's the big things, right? And the ants, they work together and do so much. Like I never kill ants out in my yard. I love it when they're building a little anthill or a big anthill, because I feel like, they're aerating the yard. They work in unison and they work in community. So, and they are bringing up community for you also, Gypsy. And with Panther Spirit, it's like all about being in your power. So recognizing that things are balancing for you. And as they balance, how powerful you are, standing in your power, they're talking about. There's a big healing that's coming in with all this water, and water is so healing. So, oh, yeah. Anyway, and the feathers too. I love the feathers. Okay.
I was going to say, there's lots of beautiful feathers on there. I love it.
Lots of feathers. Yeah.
I know.
And this is going to bring you to right where we're all headed right now, is reflection, right? We're kind of looking at what we've done and recognizing, just kind of having some time, because there's so much energy coming in right now. And while Lord Ganesh is here, he's kind of aware. I mean, just look at his face. He's just so aware of what's coming in and what he's doing. But when you're in that state of awareness and in the flow, you're not really looking ahead. You're not really looking behind. You just are. So balanced and aware. So that's where I see this going for you, Gypsy.
That's wonderful. Jane said that ants are 10th dimensional beings. That is powerful, you guys. That's powerful.
Oh, Jane, I love that.
Man, everybody that's come in, there are 21 beautiful gems here. If I miss saying hello to you, I hope that the moderators got you. But personally, hello to every single one of you beautiful gems, because I wouldn't be here without you guys. So thank you for being here. I'm also going to go ahead and do last call. So you guys know what that means. You got 90 seconds to get your me in there. And then if you have any questions about your placement on the list, you go to Thomas. If you have any other questions, you hit up one of my other moderators. So you have officially your last call right now. Next one on the list. Here we go. You're going to Joyful? Joyful, they said. Joyful, joyful. Every time they break out in song, that Lauryn Hill song, Joyful, Joyful from Sister Act, when
love that.
Lauryn Hill and the other one that's with her, they start singing Joyful, Joyful. Yes, so I love it. I love it. And they said you're number 5. Number 4. Number 4. All right. You are number 4. Okay. Oh, I love that. Oh.
Do you want to go first this time, or?
Do you want to go first?
Well, if you're ready, you go ahead. So I'm just getting started, but I can kind of pull it through.
Nah, I got it. Okay. I don't mind. So, okay. So basically the energy for this week is creative, right? And they also want you to know that you need to feel at peace about something. So they paired creative with peace. So what I would say for the energy feeling that I'm saying is that when you are unsure about something, draw, create, crochet. The answer will come. Just get lost in creating something. And all of a sudden, you're just going to be busy doing it, and you're going to be, whoop, you will find your ease. So absolutely enjoy that to the best of your knowledge. The bird that will be calling for you this spring is the wren. As soon as I get the page open here, the wren. You are a light-hearted person that faces hard work. You are a joyful aspiration to someone. You are a stigmata. You are a wren. So, wow and holy shit, right? So that's incredible. This kind of bird is an active spirit 24/7. This isn't necessarily nocturnal or just a daytime, right? This is 24/7. So if you see them in an area, just like, wow, they're all there, that's them coming as one, right? All coming together as one for you. The creature that and I say creature, but you can call it a fae, a fairy, whatever you want to call it. It's completely up to you. But for me and ours, we call them creatures, and they're okay with it. They know they're not human, so, and I can't keep up with all of them. There's too many, and half the time I can't pronounce them. So anyway, you get a he fairy, right? This isn't a he fairy like male. This is a crown wearing authority figure that will have a very strong active principle, very strong spiritually willed, no religion whatsoever. You start throwing Bible scripture and they're going to probably tear your Bible up. I'm not going to hell for saying that. I'm being honest about this kind of creature. They don't believe in one God. One God to them is impossible. It takes many deities and immortals to make everything part of the biome and everything in that biome as one, to move as one collective machine. They also want you to know that they're very heavy with protection, and they stand on the statement of just. That is short for justified or justice, right? They do not play, and it makes sense that you would get one of them when it comes to this kind of energy, because when you are not feeling at ease, you call these guys in and start creating, and they will find the answers that you seek. You're overall in your crown and in your root and in your crown and in your mind, you've got in the hands, the universe is your power and balancing act, right? So you are constantly straddling more than one world to begin with. You are they saying 4 specifically. You probably work a lot in your sleep, and you just like, sometimes you just like, damn, I'm exhausted. You probably worked all night. Okay. You work and walk in 4 different realms. So what are them 4 realms? Well, I don't know, but I bet you do. And if you don't know, I bet if you put just a little bit of creative work and you start creating something, you might actually create the worlds and realms that you work in. So absolutely know that in your crown and in your mind, you are constantly on a tight wire. You're doing that balancing act. behind cups over here stacked together, and you got 44 spoons standing on top of each other. But you ain't falling off that tight wire, right? You have this. You are in control. So just hold on to the fact that you can balance things like nobody else. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody but you. That is a powerful tool to have in your mind. In your hands, you got fire and the eye of the eagle, right? So, oh my God, with birds today, right? You rise above and you allow your heart to have forgiveness, right? Forgiveness is such a funny word, right? People think it should be something that we just hand out. It's not necessary. It's not mandatory. That is not an essential life emotion unless it's for yourself. Always forgive yourself. Even when you're in the damn wrong, forgive yourself. And you know this. So because you work in balance and you have forgiveness and rising above as your heart energy with fire, what I feel is that even those that wronged you, they can't sit at your table no more, but you don't want them to starve, right? And they didn't necessarily earn that forgiveness. You gave it to them so they can't come bugging you about it, right? No, go away. I forgave you a long time ago when I forgave me. And that is excellent energy to have in your heart. So carry that through this week because, honey, you are on fire in your heart. In your unknowns, you have a dragon headed your way. And it will be clearing any kind of smoke and mirrors that could possibly influence or possibly show you some false, misunderstood energy. You have a dragon that you can call on. We all know this, but you have a very specific one ahead of you in your unknown future that is coming to you to clear out all the smoke and mirrors so that obstacle illusions are something that you enjoy instead of something that you have to constantly work through. And that's the meta message I got for you. What do you got, Teri?
I love that. So you were talking about that 4, and that was the first card that I pulled was the 4 of Wands. So you or 4 of Fire, pardon me. So you're coming in and you've got balance to start with, right? Some prosperity there, but you juggle it. You're moving with it, and which I really love because you've got Joyful Journey, just a lot of Fae energy that comes in with you, a lot of sparkles. And, it's interesting that you were talking about the biome, Hershey, because they were showing me like these little amoebas, which kind of to me look like embryos almost. So I don't know if you're giving birth to something new, Joyful Journey, but it feels like you've got like 4 things that come in. And there's even 4 embryos here, or 4 pieces of the biome, flora, whatever it is, bacteria, probiotics. But so 4 new things that are growing. And that could be 4 paths that you're taking. They're also showing me with that, there's 4 whales that come in with it, which is funny because they say that whales are the shapeshifter of the dragons.
Waterworld. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we're really on it here. It's really bringing in. And then you get bounty. Something's coming in for you, dear. So it's something that you've been working on. And it feels like your heart's kind of opening up with something, some new ideas or something. But and the water is flowing in and they look so fey right there. And then you get one of my favorite cards. You get the horse spirit. Because that's Herbert, my guy. I love him. And freedom is yours. And so it's like you've been working on something. There's 4 paths here that are coming in. You've got that horse spirit coming in. And horse spirit is a lot of times like unicorn spirit about frequency. Like they change the frequency of the world. They're such a high dimensional being. And not only that, they come in and they also nurture us because they give you those, those horse hugs when they just lean that huge body into you and let you know how strong you are. So, anyway, that I really like that for you. And then they're bringing in the circle. So something's coming in with the circle for you, honey. Either you're going full circle because you've got all that balance and you've been up that road that you've climbed with your dragons, with your whales, with your new embryos and your new choices, and it's a bright new future. So that's it.
That is beautiful. So
Thanks.
I just want to say hello to my beautiful rock, Maruta. She's my one and only rock, and I'm telling you guys, I couldn't make it through a week without Maruta. I have to reach out every single week and talk to Maruta. If it isn't just for 2 minutes, but she is my rock. And our queen is here, Miss Tero D. Good morning, AM salutations, and grand rising, you beautiful gems.
Right. Yeah.
And
Really
y'all, it's Thomas's birthday, so happy birthday to you.
to
Hey,
you.
happy birthday.
Hey to you.
Everybody, I'm also supposed to say, Miss Tero D, you are included in Jane's message. I have no idea what's going on, but we're going to figure it out. Lalima, they said you are next, and you are number 2. So I have your cards right here. Oh, nice. Very nice. Ooh, holy cow. Okay, all right. I ain't mad about this one. All right, Lalima, this is going to be kind of simple, but just give me 1 second. Not simple as in, not deep. It's just simple because of how powerful it is. Woo! Don't even have a creature. You have an actual immortal. You have a sage that is going to be calling for you this year. And it starts in the spring. And you got 22 days. So you better start prepping your life for a sage. A sage is going to bring hidden knowledge. He is going to bring wisdom. He is going to teach you how to retreat. Not in defeat. Retreat. Go within. Go into your hermit mode. And he's also going to help you get comfortable in approaching older age and finding patience, because sometimes that's literally some of the hardest shit that we as humans have to deal with, is growing older and what comes with that, with our bodies, with our minds, and what we feel like we're losing. We're not actually losing anything. We are gaining. We're gaining knowledge. We're gaining wisdom. We're gaining a new look. We're gaining a new perspective. So absolutely take that sage and grow, grow, grow. As a matter of fact, I'm a little bit jealous, but we're not comparing. A little bit jelly. The energy with it is authentic 100% and teachings of let it go. That saying, let go and let God, right? You guys know I believe in many gods. I'm pagan. So I pray to them all. I ask for blessings from all of them. But I also have to go to them when I need to let something go. And when I turn it over to them, the hardest thing I could ever do was leave it there. But it wasn't easy, but I learned how to do it. So let your sage teach you how to let go. And remember that you and your sage are truly authentic. So therefore, do no harm, and he will not lie to you. Period, point blank. There's no in between. Okay. The bird you got was pelican. Ooh, I'm jealous. But that's okay. I digress. Maybe one day I'll get one. You are full of positivity and production. You are an effortless acquisition. You are an abundance of resource. You are pelican. So, I love that. Like, paired with the sage and the energy that the sage is bringing in. Go, Lalima, go. Use it. Use every bit of it. Take advantage of it every day, every moment, but absolutely enjoy it. Don't misunderstand what they're teaching you. Absolutely understand that it is for your highest good, right? We can't always live our best life because sometimes life is just, and it throws us into speed bumps and mud piles. And matter of fact, over a waterfall. Like hell, we don't know what life is going to bring us, right? But absolutely know that this kind of energy is securing, right? It's stabilizing a strong foundation so that you go into spring with all of that beautiful knowledge that you're gaining with the abundance of the creatures that are coming with you. In your head, you got hummingbirds and stars in the sky, right? So this is about unlimited possibilities. And a hummingbird, again, birds of a feather flock together. Pay attention. Hummingbirds bring in unexpected luck. I know a lot of people they forget about that part of the hummingbird, right? But remember that if a hummingbird shows up, flies within your presence, you're getting some added luck because there's something that is coming that you will need some extra luck for. This isn't the kind of luck that goes both ways like leprechaun's luck. This is good luck. A hummingbird is good luck. So know that the unlimited possibilities paired with a hummingbird is all about your this week specifically for this meta message, but it's carrying you through the next 22 days as well, because it's the first day of spring that it's like going to just be like a brand new year for you. It's a brand new spring for all of us, but it's going to feel exceptionally brand new to you. In your heart, you got gatherer and sun. So there is something that your heart is constantly, it's like squirrel energy, right? They're always prepared. You can't get nothing past the squirrel. Did you think you could? You absolutely cannot. No way, no shape, no form, no how. Absolutely not. It's not happening. They are prepared for everything. So gatherer, constantly prepared for everything. It may be I don't know what it could be. It could be a pile of thumbnails, thumbtacks. I don't know. Paper clips. I don't know. Whatever it is that your heart is gathering, allow it to happen. Maybe you're going to make dancing crystals out of something and you need paper clips to balance the weight or magnetize something. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there as an example. But whatever it is that your heart is gathering, they're gathering it for the sun. So charge it by the sun, whatever it is, not by the moon. Even though I'm a moon child, I'm not offended. Charge it by the sun. Absolutely let Father Sun come in, wash it with its golden, beautiful warmth, and enjoy it because you're gathering it for a reason. In your unknowns, your short futures, you have water and heart of the sky. Oh my God. Like I almost got a tear in my eye, right? You have a beautiful future ahead of you. So these future unknowns start in 22 days, guys. I hope you're paying attention to what I'm telling you. I'm telling you specific things. 22 days is your short future, the spring, right? We have a beautiful early spring coming in. Some of us already have gorgeous weather. I mean, hell, it's been in the 70s. It's supposed to be in the 80s. I'm so ready. So absolutely use this. Use this, because in 22 days, it is going to be full of all kinds of goodness. That's your meta message, honey. What do you got, Teri?
That's beautiful. So Lalima, they're talking about you may have been through some things, like you've done a lot of shadow work. The first card I pull for you is the 5 of Wands. We can pull these if we use them like an oracle, right?
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Okay. So, and they're talking about how we kind of sometimes have to go deep within and find all those little pieces of ourselves when we were children or whatever happened, and bring them back up. Like Hershey was talking about as well. And then everything that really supports this, because you kind of turn the cheek on that, Lalima. And I love your energy. It's so beautiful. You get the white raven that comes in. So, ravens bring messages. Yeah, and white raven, right? Do you know something about the white raven? Go ahead, Hershey. Go in there, girl.
I know.
So it's you're bringing in a lot of magic because you've done this work, and they're also showing me like you're a receiver. They're showing me almost like a womb, but you have this vessel that you're filling now. And because you've let go of so much, you've done so much shadow work that you've got room for that energy to come in, that new message, that new magic. you're going to fall in love with this one, Hershey, because then you get Inanna. And she, I knew you're going to love this one. So, yeah, right. The Queen of Heaven and Earth. I have nothing to hide. I see and accept all that I am. So, again, this is talking, I believe, about your shadow work that you've been doing. Everything that you've done, it's like it's all of a sudden, absolutely, yeah. So you're kind of like pulling everything in now after you've done all that shadow work. And I like to call sometimes that's an FGO, right? Effing growth opportunity that we have. And a lot of us here have been through these growth opportunities, these FGOs, and it increases your magic, it increases your power. And Inanna always reminds me a little bit of Kali too, right? Like she's a mother, but she's a mother with so much power and magic, and working with the underworld, but also bringing in the depths of power. And it's all about the earth with you, girl. And then you get the Earth Star activation. So anchoring, grounded, Isis energy. So, and she's bringing in so much friggin' magic, man. She is just so beautiful. Unbelievable.
Inyana. That's also known as Ishtar, right?
Oh, is it? I don't know.
I could
Maybe so.
Inyana, I believe, is also, she was reborn as Ishtar after she was, I believe she was murdered.
Dakini? It could be
because she was
because
murdered and she was allowed to come back as Ishtar, and that's why we have the Ishtar 8-pointed star.
these cards have a lot of in the Vedas they call them dakinis, like when you're born as Lakshmi, and then Lakshmi comes back as in another form, in another body, reincarnate, and and comes in sometimes like a Buddha Vista. So you're like magic, but you're in a human form when you come in another form. So anyway, so that's about it. But other than that, you're still an oracle, right? You've still got that oracle light. So whatever you've been doing, Lalima, you have so much power and so much energy in this lifetime because of what you've been through. So just unbelievable cards.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. They said, okay. Sorry about that. Somebody's over here going, okay, that makes sense. Wow. I don't know who's doing it, but I'm like, okay, chill out.
So do they come in like you know what they're saying, or do they come in that you hear what they're saying?
Oh no, even if they're in a foreign language or a language that I can't speak, as long as they match my frequency or they're higher, then I can absolutely understand them, whether it's light language or sound or just even frequency. But if they are lower than me, then yeah, I struggle. But because of what I am, I still allow them to come through because my team is here for all equally, no matter if you are considered bad or good by man's law. Balance doesn't work like that. So all are welcome around me. We just neutralize them and we help them and move them around if they need to.
Yeah. When you go in the darkness with love in your heart, it just changes everything, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah. It's actually quite beautiful.
Woo, Rossi, you are up, and we are almost at our 1 hour mark. You guys, today is strictly 90 minutes, so we will try to get through as many as possible. I'm sorry, but we are going as fast as possible. Rossi, you are up, baby. All right. Ooh-wee. This is wonderful. Okay, so for your bird, I think the whole crowd, every gem in this room is about to get beside themselves because they don't get an option because you got it. Honey, you got the owl. You are a sober knight in vision. You are a master within all shadows, and you can soar through solitude better than anyone. You are owl. I mean, like, really? Like, whoa. The creature that is coming to you is an indie. An indie is in the pixie family, and what I can tell you is they have a strong do no harm, and they constantly are a little bit overprotective. I mean, if your microwave makes a funny sound, they might try to beat up your microwave, okay? Indies are extremely protective over their human, and once they are fully married to you, honey, your left shoulder will never be the same. You'll understand it. You also have an earth connection fox that's coming in, and you also have sweet and gentle power within you starting within 22 days. It might still be sleep right now, taking that little winter hibernation, but in 22 days, some things are going to wake up and everything is going to change. In your head, you got the seer and you got the heart. So you got compassion in your head, right? Usually we want to see this in the heart, but because you have moved it to your crown, that is you leveling up above others that said it can't be done, right? You found a way to put compassion in your head. So that means every thought isn't always negative. Or anytime somebody comes at you and they're just like negative, negative, you take that and you're like, wait, positive here, positive here, positive here. It's like you see the math equation going on, right? Absolutely. Very, very proud of this because this is not an easy feat. This is not easily done. This is not something that anybody can do. This takes a lot of practice. And I'll tell you who it's easy for: Buddhist, monks, Zen. This would be very strong with somebody that is very strong in Zen, right? Take that as any form of spirituality as you want, but it is a very strong Zen feeling to take compassion from your heart and put it in your logical thought process. So absolutely, that is a great place to be this week. In your heart, you've got the holy mountain and you got thunder. So somebody is going to challenge you this week, okay? Somebody that you love is going to challenge you this week, but you're absolutely going to remind them of your role, whether you're the matriarch to them or you are the best auntie or the favorite cousin or whatever it is. Somebody that you love could challenge you this week, and you're going to have to kindly and gently and maybe put a foot up there, you know what, to remind them of your crown and your power, but you're doing it out of love. So don't be scared of what should it or could it be and who it's coming from. Just be prepared and know that the person loves you and they trust you, or they wouldn't be bringing it to you. Just don't over authoritize it and understand it, but hold your role with it at the same time. Your future unknowns, you got the cosmic wounds. So you've got the divine feminine waiting for you in 22 days, right? And she's bringing forth childlike energy. This could absolutely be your indie that is waiting already at the end of the other side of the bridge that you're on right now today. And in 22 days, you'll be on the other side of it because it's going to take you that long to walk across the bridge because you have to grow. You can't just blink your eyes and be there, right? We don't have that kind of ability. We have man's law. And unfortunately, in man's law, that shit doesn't exist. But in their world, it exists because that's how it is over there. So in 22 days, you are going to feel the presence of your familiar. And I really think that it's your indie, but it might be a Cupid or it might be a joy child. Wouldn't that be wonderful? All of us need a joy child. Hell, I'm jealous of anybody that's got one. So understand that there's something very cosmic, something very feminine that is going to be coming in with that divine energy for you in 22 days. And that's your meta message that I got. What do you got, Teri?
Well, I'm gonna pull the last card that I pulled because I just love that it leads into what you just said. Because for your oracle card, your divine feminine, as I pulled Miriam Nazareth, and you were talking about that beautiful divine feminine energy. I am blessed. My courage gives birth to the divine. She was a sage in her own right, Rossi. So that's what you're coming into, darling. I mean, she wrote books. You know, they don't have a book of Mary or Mary Magdalene, but there are books, and they'll be discovered. the first thing that my guides brought in for you, Rossi, were 5 stars. So you're working with 5 stars in this lifetime. Something that's coming in for you that you've been working on either in past lifetimes or in this lifetime, all of a sudden it's coming to fruition. It's like you've kind of been waiting for it. So here you are at the wellspring, and I don't know if you can see yourself, but you're in that water, and it's like you're just giving birth. You've been within the womb, and there's things that you've been working on, and with that equinox, as that comes in, everything gives life to that. So quite beautiful, and it's quite interesting as it comes along, because you get snake spirit, and snake spirit lets go of everything and renews. But snake spirit is also like the Kundalini energy, and when you work with that softly and it rises up, you can get those 5 stars. You can get anything you want. So it's all about like working with major energy. And then you get sandpiper spirit, because the way to do that, I feel like the best way to work with Kundalini is with fun, with joy, and kind of dance it in gently. Because if you get knocked over with that Kundalini energy, that's hard. That's rough. And then you get rhino spirit. And this is about, not only did you overcome things, or you have, but you did it with aplomb. So you did it with joyous laughter. You were gentle with it. You also brought in your big stuff. And then I pulled a couple more cards for you. So innocence, coming in with innocence, and perseverance. So that's huge, right? And that is such a Buddhist way. You were talking about Buddhism and having that awareness about that. So persevering what you're going through, but doing it with curiosity, with innocence. A true sage, 5 stars.
Beautiful. I wish it was a hot class. I'm being crowded. I'm sorry, I'm just being crowded.
Bless your heart.
Okay, let's see here. Jonathan, they want you to have pile number 1. All right, let's rock it out. Okay. All right. I love this for you. So, Jonathan, this is probably one of my favorites, only because you got a dark lady, right? A dark lady is somebody like me. We're not scared of the dark. We come from the dark. We were created in the dark. This kind of dark lady is she's not to be played with, for one. Not even a little bit. She has the power of all of it. She has the power of earth, and she has the power above. Where does it come from above? I have no idea. But what I can tell you is that she is not scared of any darkness, no matter what it is. It could be the worst of the worst of the worst. And with her kind of energy, she's going to pull you into the scary dark alley, because somebody in that scary dark alley needs help. Somebody that's maybe getting jumped by a group of people needs help. Somebody that is maybe in the wrong place at the wrong time, she's going to pull you to that. You're going to see a significant difference in 22 days. None of us should be scared of the dark, but there are those that have a very irrational fear to it, right? For thoughts in their head. They're in a beautiful place, but there's still darker shaded areas, even where you're at, in the most gorgeous place in America, right? I mean, it's Hawaii. On, it can't get any more beautiful than that for America, right? That's like all the places we dream of in all them foreign countries. Hawaii has all of that right there for us, for Americans, right? There is something that is very positive with her, and there is something that she's going to remind you to do just for yourself every single day. Every single day. Even if it's going into the darkness that nobody else can understand, or it's helping somebody and you don't know why. You don't have to have a rhyme or a reason. It's just who you are. In 22 days, she's going to make her presence to you, and she is going to remind you to do something for you every day, because without you, you can't do anything else for anybody else. Nobody. It doesn't matter how much you think you love them. If you're not loving yourself more, you cannot love them more. So trust in her, and she will help you, and she is there to make you show other people that they don't have to be scared of things that go bump in the night. The bird that will be hunting for you in about 22 days is the crane. Lucky, lucky, lucky. OMG. I am active awareness. I am present in a chaotic moment. I am mindful when you are mindless. You have a crane. So there's nothing that a crane can't do, right? They've got the long bills, the long necks, the long legs, and they can fly better than almost any bird, right? They can dive, they can swim, they can do almost anything. So absolutely, in 22 days, be paying very close attention. And where you're at, it might even show up a day or two early, or hell, a week early. Hell, I don't know. But as you're crossing this bridge into spring in the next 22 days, the crane is going to show up, and the crane could lead you to your dark lady. So just get her name, sit down with her, have a cup of lemonade on God's green couch, and enjoy everything that is coming your way in 22 days. In your crown, you got overflow and soul retrieval, right? These make sense that you're getting some heavier equipment come spring because you're going to be sewing a lot, right? You are in a place of growth that kings dream of, right? Kings dream of a beautiful kingdom with grown acres of sown harvest that they could supply to their community, to their people, to the people that take care of them, so that they feel they have someone to take care of as well. So absolutely goes very good with dark lady energy, because you're going to need to be able to pull a rabbit out of a black top hat in some of those situations, and you're going to have that ability. In your heart, you got the warrior card and deep quiet. So there's literally no limit to your meditation and your stillness. And there's also no limit to what you will stand and fight for, because you have principles, you have morals, and you have values. So you have that warrior spirit in your heart, and you know that there's no such thing as putting me in a box. So that is a very good thing. In your unknown futures, you got the serpent and you got the eye of the needle. You are going to be threading some incredibly cool things. This is Weaver energy, and the serpent is about protection. This is not bad. Do not think bad when you think serpent. Think reptile that you like. Dragons, lizards, geckos, blue tail racers, iguanas, chameleons, the beautiful ones, because they all fall in this category, not the bad ones. That's what you got your dark lady for. And if it's a cobra or it's a coral snake, it's going to let you know, and then we're going to chop its head off because we don't want it, right? But that's the warrior energy in you. So hold everything that you're feeling as exactly what it is. Give it all of its power, because in 22 days, you are going to have an eye-opening awareness of something that you actually have been wanting to do, and it's getting very close to that time. So as you take your first step across your bridge today for your 22 days into spring, absolutely keep your head on a swivel, but absolutely remember that you can relax too, because you got that warrior energy in your heart, and there's not too much that's going to slip past you. And if it does, it won't slip past you for very long. You will figure it out. And that's your meta message this week. What do you got, Teri?
So they're showing me this tree, Jonathan, And the tree is grown this way and that way. And it is kind of like a tree that you'd see in a dark forest, right? It's kind of one of those trees that, though it has growth, it's grown perhaps in different ways than others in the forest. Okay. It's rather an anomaly. Pardon me. Can't talk. And then there's a rainbow that comes out of that tree, like a beautiful, huge rainbow, because out of things like this, beautiful things grow, right? We change, we transcend. So at the end of that rainbow, there's a star. So it's something that you've been working on, Jonathan, perhaps, or something that you're growing into. And that 22 days, I love that, the master number. The next thing they showed me for you was like a fissure in the earth, like a crack in the earth and the rocks, and movement, like the tectonic plates moving. But within that, a rose grows out of it. So something that you've been working on is really coming into bloom. I pulled you some cards. I pulled Dragonfly Spirit. So first thing, and that's all about changes, right? Truth transcends illusion. So beautiful light coming in for you. Again, my favorite guy, the horse spirit, comes in. So much strength, so much love, and working at a very high vibration. Freedom is yours. So it's all about freedom. Something you've been standing on, really working on your truth, because then you get an Archangel Michael, these energy cards that I love. So you're getting in all this energy coming in and flying with it. I guess it feels like you're really finding your truth. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but it feels like something that you've been working on is really coming to fruition. You're going to have a big revelation about it. Like all of a sudden the sky opens up, you get that star at the end of the rainbow. And then I pulled you a divine feminine card, and you get Diana, the queen of the wilderness. So, and here she is coming out of the darkness. So beautiful. Oh, you have dragonflies around you all the time. Yeah. Yeah. There's such a beautiful sparkle around them, aren't they? Their energy. So you too, Jonathan. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Michael's been your protector for a long time. Yeah, he's really excited about all the work you're doing. So.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Jonathan, I think that's beautiful. Don't stop. Please don't stop. Don't stop.
Right.
Don't stop. No matter what you do, don't stop. They actually want me to stop right now. Miss Jane and Miss Tarot D, this is specifically for you. This is a channeled message that is playing on a loop. Miss Jane, be very cautious on your backside. Get something back there. Somebody is deceiving you. I don't know who it is, honey, and I feel like it's in a community environment, maybe not even a direct personal friend of yours, but there is some heavy influence going on, and you need to get some protection. So send everything you have that has firepower to your 6 and back it the hell up. Sweep that energy the hell back to them and send it back to them tenfold with love, and allow your guides to sprinkle in some cayenne pepper and some hot sauce along the way. That way you did it with love and they picked up all the slack and they sent it back to them. Miss Tarot D, be cautious. Everybody is not your friend. Again, ladies, I have no idea why they're playing on a loop, but that is your direct message from Metatron this morning. I am so sorry I don't have cards for you, but they need you to pay attention. There is something going on. Scratch your life, find a thief. And I know you both know what I mean. I love you both. And we're definitely going to send you some healing and plum work and make sure that everything gets handled at your mama's house. So you got that coming too from us. Maruta,
Yeah.
or what? You want to add anything to Jane and Miss Tarot's channel loop that was playing?
Yeah. So I kind of get, I started drawing and immediately it comes in like Miss Tarot D, but they're talking about Miss Tarot D sometimes when you wear your headscarf and you keep things covered, like you're protected. and out of this comes a great awakening and blossom. So and I agree with that. And they're also talking about keeping your shoulders covered. So walking with your comfort and your protection. So yeah.
Flowing. Say that shit again, Flowing. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Say that shit again. Hey, Cuzzo. I saw you, Cuzzo. I saw you, Cuzzo. I love your face. Cuzzo, I love your face. All right. All right. Let's keep it moving, y'all, because, you know, we can't hold her up forever. So, Petey, you are up. My beautiful Petey, you are up. We have a personal request that you hurry up and bring your booty back. So we got to get you back on a scavenger hunt soon.
Yeah.
So, all right, you are actually free. So here we go. Number 3. I love it. Oh, you got my baby. You got my Benny. You got my Benny. The thirsty got Benny. So I have a hummingbird, right? And her name is Benny. I thought it was a boy, okay? For the longest time, I thought it was a boy, and me and my cousin Ben named it Benny, right? And then we found out it was a girl, and we changed her name to Benetta. So now we just call her Benny, but her name is Benetta. But your bird that is coming for you in 22 days is a hummingbird. And your poem to activate your hummingbird is... And you can't have the name Benny. That's mine. I'm just kidding. You are full of spontaneous action. You are divinely made to manifest. You are the joy within a movement. You have a hummingbird at your call. So use it. Use it. You can never go wrong with a hummingbird. I don't care what nobody tells you. That energy is coming with rejoicement and starting a fantastic brand new journey in 22 days. Whoo! And you don't have just a fairy, you have a fairy that can predict the future. Honey, you have a premonition fairy that is waiting for you as you cross the spring bridge. It takes 22 days. Do not rush it, but absolutely enjoy that spring energy that is headed your way. In your crown, you got Jaguar energy and Sweat Lodge. So you ain't scared. 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 And that is a beautiful thing. That is something to hold on to. You have big cat energy that you're constantly thinking because you know you got that right there protecting your 6. A little bitty cat ain't scared to lead the pride because they know what is behind them, and that alpha ain't playing, right? This is that kind of energy. You have a Jaguar big cat energy that is in your head at all times. It's probably been there since birth. So go ahead and call that Jaguar out and get it out right now because you're going to need it this week. You got Sweat Lodge going on. So make sure that you sweat is a healthy thing. It's a form of releasing, just like forceful exhaling that we learned with Teri in our breathing meditations, right? These are good things. I oversteer, I get crowded, they sweat, I sweat it out. I'm usually drenched. That's why, you usually only see me from the shoulders up because everything else is kind of wet because I get kind of hot, right? So do it. Cleanse everything out. It's very healthy. It's very good. In your heart, you've got transmuting pain and rainbow. So this is kind of like that rainbow that Odin would create, right? This is the rainbow bridge that allows growth to happen, right? Without this kind of bridge and this kind of stepping, you would not be able to change and transmute that pain into lessons and blessings, right? So continue to turn that pain around. Stop allowing the pain to use you, and you find a way to use it. It's in your heart, so absolutely use it. It's a tool like no other. In your unknown futures, you got taming the wind, and honey, we all know we cannot circle the wind. We can't rope the wind, right? But you can tame it. You can say, hey, calm down. And you can use that to your ability. You can also straddle worlds in the future. So in 22 days, you are going to be springing forth into some things that you cannot picture right now, or maybe you can imagine it because you've been dreaming of it your whole life, and this is your time. And in 22 days, you are going to spring forward. You are going to straddle things and see things and understand things. And again, I'm hearing it strongly. The more you believe, the more you will see. And that's the meta message I got for you. What do you got, Teri?
They're showing me like water, and the water is whipping around you like the pain. And they're showing me you have it like you can, like a cowgirl. You're like, whip it good, they're saying. So something about riding the waves, and this is what she looks like she's doing too, doesn't she? Like she's writing things, she's figuring out how to do it. You're a healer. Beautiful water images are coming up with this. So you've got this. You're opening up to it, and you're following. It's God. This are all about water today with you. So it's so healing, and it's all about life. And they're talking about being with the flow. So not only are you working with the water, and you're a water worker, but also you know how to flow with it. You're not just controlling it. You're moving with it. Like you're one with the water. So you're one with that energy. You get the koala spirit. Spirit has a plan. So there's a reason for this. And then you get the wasp spirit. So sometimes things have a sting, right? So either that's you're a water child. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. 314. And so that wasp spirit, sometimes life stings. Sometimes stuff happens. We have FGOs. We have days like that. Mama said there'd be days like this. That's what they're singing. But know that you have that beautiful love in your heart, the divine feminine. So, and look at that beautiful golden heart. So that's the healing heart, the healing consciousness of Jesus, Buddha. So anyway, beautiful.
Beautiful. And yes, pay attention to what Thomas just said. You are Pi Day, honey. You are 3.14. That is never ending, and there is no answer. So don't try to find the answer because it doesn't exist. Enjoy that energy. Enjoy it. Because, honey, you don't have to. Ain't no ending ever when you're a Pi baby. That is beautiful. You are so very welcome. Ooh, goodness gosh. You guys, I'm burning up. I'm burning up.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Hershey.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Ms. Moonlight, you are up, beautiful. You are up. Okay, this one. Got you. Ooh, I'm jealous. Oh, we have them in common. Ooh, oh, you got Penelope. Oh my God, you got a queen, honey. You got Penelope. Penelope is so powerful in the Fae world, right? She is a queen in the dream world. I'm assuming that you have a Sandman that's attached to you. You probably work a lot in your dreams. Penelope works one-on-one, hands down, with every Sandman in every realm, in every world, in every time that exists, in every circle, in every parallel. So understand that Penelope, when she comes in, she works in tranquility. She works in the dream state. So don't expect her to be there when you open your eyes and you're like, okay, absolutely say good morning to her, but understand that she kind of hides in the background in your subconscious because her favorite place is REM, because she is in full control and you get to grow with her. There is a deeper understanding that comes with working with Penelope that you can't understand right now. And this isn't for today. This isn't starting in 22 days, right? Today is the first day as you step down that bridge. The bird that will be hunting you out, and I work with a lot of these, the falcon. Lucky, 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 lucky. All right. The poem to activate your falcon in 22 days. You are forging ahead. I will spot the prize. You are the trumpet. You have a falcon at your despise. They're not saying despise as a bad thing, right? It's more like I don't know, like a faucet, a deposit, a water faucet, like a water faucet. They want you to. I'm saying a water faucet. I'm saying the wrong word because I got aneurysms and my brain is stuck on that word. That is not the word for you. Think of water faucet. That's what I want you to think of. So I want you to start calling in for your falcon to meet you at the end of your bridge in 22 days. But they could show up early if it's needed. So just understand that you have a falcon that's going to be looking for you in 22 days. And again, forget the word that I said because that was not the word I was trying to say. In your head, you got middle world and you got dust devils. So you're constantly moving bad energy back to sender, return to sender, return to sender, return to sender, return to sender. This is like one of those, what do they call them, doors that go around and around and
revolving
door. This is you. You're constantly cleaning, right? This isn't OCD. This is mandatory, right? I know because I have that rotating door going constantly for me too. You can't fit here. I ain't got room, time and place, and there ain't no space. So that is a great thing going on because the only thing that comes to a sleeper is a dream. So constantly keep making sure that you are rotating all of the unnecessary out because you're constantly making room for what is coming in. And you got to have room every day. It's like a brand new baby. Everything's going to change in every kind of way in every single day. So you're constantly knowing this. That's why you've got one of them revolving doors that is constantly not allowing things to get stale. In your heart, you got upper world and horsemen. So wow with horses today, right? So you have got the power of the horsemen and you got the power of the upper world in your heart. That is your spirituality. That is your faith. That is your belief in something, right? You have the ability to call in for this horse named Harold, literally, and say, Harold, let's go for a ride. Literally, let your heart gallop and run with the wild horses. There's nothing more freeing than that. But you can do it on an angelic level. You can do it on a level that is above regular people, right? So maybe yours, as you see, have wings. So jump on your Pegasus if it's not necessarily a horse. You're the horseman. Call it forth. It's in your heart. It's already there. In your unknowns, you got a circle and a ghost dance coming ahead of you. So you are going to be literally moving 2 feet in a heartbeat in your future. There is some kind of dance that is coming for you, and you are going to love it. But it is also going to be something that becomes part of a disruption tool for you. Because when we stomp and we dance with that fire and we get out there and we dance in a circle, what are we doing? You know what you're doing, right? We are communicating with something. We are paying honor to something. We are giving our energy back to what is needed. You are completing a circle. And when our life comes full circle, we have felt a completion of something, right? So enjoy this happy dance that you're going to be doing. You may stumble with 2 left feet, but you're going to get it. In 22 days, you are going to be moving your 2 feet and a heartbeat to a dance and a song and a rhythm and a sound that's only in your head, but it's going to move them feet. And that's the message I got for you. What do you got, Teri?
Beautiful. So it's funny. You were talking about dancing, and that's the first thing that they said. They came in and they were singing that song, "Dance with Me. I want to be your partner." And then they were at the end, they were singing "Smooth Operator." So I love that song too. But it's like your energy, Miss Moonlight, is so smooth and like just kind of like energy as it goes along the earth. I can see it that you are turning things up, you're experiencing, and you're kind of flowing through it. Like some people flow through like a tidal wave, and some people sparkle as they go through. And you come in with this smoothness and calmness. Really beautiful. So I pulled for you the Divine Feminine, one of my favorite, Kali. So she comes in, the mother of the universe. I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be the truth of who I am. And a lot of people denote her with darkness, but she's not. She's the mother of the universe, part of Durgama, so an aspect of Durgi. So anyway, that comes in, which is so beautiful, and again, very smooth, very calming. And then you get wellness. So I don't know if you're working with healing energy, Miss Moonlight, while you're in the moonlight, but it looks like she's kind of in the moonlight and raising up to her high heart energy. But I feel like that would be something that would serve you really well. You get Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. So if someone has done something and you do need to reclaim it, you have the strength. Learning about the goddesses. Yeah, they're so much fun. So knowing that you have that strength to reclaim your power, Panther Spirit. And then you get the Scarab Beetle Spirit. So ancient Egypt, which again has that very calming energy for me, that really deep magic, and magic works through you. So you've got a lot of magic and a lot of healing energy. I would think that something, I don't know what you're working on, but whatever it is, it's really amazing. So that's it.
Bye, Jonathan. I'll see you next time. Jonathan, I'm a chaos witch, so I work with mirrors. Well, I'm a crystal chaos witch, so I work with a lot of mirrors, and I have done that so many times. Return to sender, reflect that energy right back to them. And I have broke a mirror intentionally in a safe environment, and I made like a mirror box. And it was not something I ever thought I would do. And when my family started hearing about it, I only had one supporter in my family that was like, okay, let's learn together so we do it the right way.
Yeah.
Because the rest of my family was like, oh no, that's bad. And I'm like, it can't be bad because I'm not bad, so it's got to be good, right? And I just had to study it and I had to learn it. And it's all about reflecting the energy. So if I'm feeding my light in my mirrors with positivity, there's no negative in a positive, right? So if negative gets sent my way, it gets thrown in my mirror box, and guess what's happening to them? That's return to sender, and they deserve it. They shouldn't have sent it to me in the first place. I didn't come for them, so what they coming for me for?
Yeah, that must have felt so powerful.
Do it. Yep. Yeah. Now, like I said, but I'm a shadow worker, y'all. I ain't scared of them darker things. All right, Teri, we have come to an hour and a half, and I do not want to take up all of your day.
I actually have somebody that's in the back, and they need to come indoors, and I need to go tell them to come on in. So
absolutely, I'm gonna rock out these other 5. I'm not gonna leave them hanging. But Teri, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for inviting me.
Come back on a Monday.
I love seeing everybody here. So goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for having me, Hershey and Thomas.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome.
See you later.
Okay, are you guys ready? Rossi, you are up, baby. Let's go, Rossi. All right. Ooh. Oh. Well, I'm going to have to see what that is. Okay. All right. All right. So we're going to start with your bird. Okay, Rossi, your bird is a goose. That's interesting, right? Okay. You have a quest ahead of you. You are searching for something new, and I will help you find it. There is an adventurous hero inside of you. You are a goose, and I will help you find it. So your rhyme your activation rhyme to get your goose activated. Like I said, you guys can come back. We'll get timestamps going. You guys know how we do it on Mondays. We try to get timestamps so that you guys can come back and you can get your clues if you need clues. So when you activate your goose, you can start today, but you got 22 days, so you don't have to rush into it. Also understand that this is a glorious human that you are, and they paired this goose with a glorious human because a goose is a golden button, right? Gooses are golden. They are a blessing from above that people overlook because, you know, it's a goose, right? But this is a very special kind of goose. So absolutely take it in, enjoy it, because in 22 days, you are going to find little golden eggs all over the place. The energy coming in with your creature is imagine, right? I'm going to show you that. Imagine, right? And you have a master maker pixie. Well, they're in the Fae family. I'm not sure if they're actually pixie or not. Are they pixie? They're not pixie. They're cousin. They're like a cousin to the pixie, okay? So this is a master maker. They are skilled in everything. Not some things, everything. They are skilled in everything. They have craftsmanship over magician energy. They have moral strengths, principles, and they have invention in their bloodstream. So they are naturally gifted, right? So whatever this beautiful master maker is going to bring into you, they're constantly going to be on your crown, just like they're representing it here. He will always be on your crown, and he will always be helping you think through every thought. 22 days from now, you have a master maker that is going to be entering your world, and all I can tell you is be ready and be prepared, because they don't sleep, they don't eat, all they do is grind, 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 because they are masters. In your head, in the crown area, you got roots and medicine wheel, right? So this is very healing. This is very, very much good to have, right? When we think about roots and we're like, well, shouldn't that be in my feet? Well, of course, absolutely. We start at our roots, right? But why did roots show up in your crown? Well, there is something about the disowned self that goes with the rooted girl that allows that kind of energy to be acknowledged. Some of us honor our darkness. Some of us aren't scared of what we had to do to get to where we're at. We aren't proud of it. Damn sure ain't scared of it, and you ain't going to use it against us. So absolutely pull from your roots as you adjust your crown, because you are coming in hot and your mind is strong. You have medicine wheel energy going on up there. So there is lots of healing going on in your crown. In your heart, you got counsel and earth keeper, right? This is kind of like Phoenix energy, but it is totem kind of Phoenix energy, right? So this is that animal totem. I believe the indigenous have a bunch of them that, oh, excuse me. The energy of this kind of totem that's in your heart is very much coming from immortals and deities that want your highest good. That's coming from your council, right? We all have a council. We all have someone that we have to answer to, right? We just do. It's who we are. And I'm not talking about earthbound, right? These are spiritual council. This is your council. This is who you go to when you need that kind of answers, because you can't trust it coming from an earthbound spirit, right? They could be swayed, manipulated, bought even, right? So understand that when you're coming in with your earthkeeper energy and you're seeking the counsel in your heart, trust what happens, because it's for your highest good. Obviously, it wasn't important. I'll check on that in a second. In your future unknowns, you have an owl showing up for you. So you are just being flooded with familiars, right? So you have the netcaster, which is about preparations coming to fruition, right? And then you have owl on top of it. So this kind of energy is permanent, right? So this future that's ahead of you in about 22 days, or give or take a day or two, this is permanent, that is coming in, and it's coming in with longevity and the ability to be firm, right? Owls are about firmness, they're about knowledge, they're about wisdom, but they also have to be very firm because they are very powerful predator animals. So this is very good, and it's probably even going to be one of the heavier owls. What is it, like the horned owl or something like that? That is like one of the most gracious, or whatever it is. It's going to be it's not just going to be like your everyday barn owl, which would be incredible as is, but this is going to be one of the more regal or majesty kind. So absolutely enjoy that as it's coming in for you, and just enjoy it, because in 22 days it's going to be very busy for you, and probably help with rodents for some reason. I don't know why I'm feeling that. I don't know if you have a barn or some kind of place that you like to go to. Call for your owl to come in and, remove everything that is uncomfortable to you. So absolutely use it, take advantage of it. And that's your meta message I got for you, sweetie. Michelle, you are up, sweetheart. And then after that is Maruda, Plucky, and Aquila. So we are in that order, and then we are done. All right. So, okay, I'll figure it out. Ooh, ooh. I love it. I love it. I love it. Where'd it go? Oh, I'm like, where did my handy dandy book go? I found it. Okay. The bird coming in for you is starling. You are a gatherer of like minds. You have an expansion of ideas, and you are a catalyst. You are a starling. This is wonderful. You have the ability to allow your starling to affect the whole world. Literally, it's in the book. A starling can affect the whole world. So use that kind of energy positively. Don't take advantage of that kind of energy. It's all about balance, right? So you got balance, the physical and the supernatural. This is why you get a starling, so that you can balance that and learn to not take advantage of it. It's very easy to take advantage of a starling because they want to do so much, but everything they do can affect the entire world. It's like the butterfly effect. Pay attention and do only positive. Do no harm. Your creature that you've got coming in is a singer of imagination, right? And intentions. So this singer is just that. They're just going to be a bright, zippy light just zipping all around you. But a singer has a song that only you can hear. So if there is just something that you hear and nobody would be like, girl, ain't nobody hearing nothing. Can't nobody hear nothing. Yes, you can. And yes, you are hearing it. And it's going to be the strongest when you're in nature, right? Every time you walk in a nature environment, you're going to hear it. You're going to hear it. Just know that that's your singer, and they're right beside you, and they are clearing negative energy with their song. In your heart, you got spiritual falling angel, right? So you are releasing all the narcolepsy, all of the narcissistic energy. You are allowing it to fall away. You are not allowing it to rent space. So this is a good thing to have in your heart, because you are building confidence along the way, right? It's not easy to stop the way we naturally have always thought about something. But when we're putting forced thoughts on top of natural thoughts, sometimes it can get extremely heavy. So this kind of energy in your head is a very good place for you, because you are learning to value and break down and deep dive what is mandatorily meaning, and learning to let go of the others because it doesn't carry any weight. It's just there. It's fillers. It's taking up space, right? In your heart, you got corn and sacrifice, right? So this is not the sacrifice that hurts. This is the sacrifice of the offering, and it's paired with corn. So it's paired with harvest, right? We're coming into spring. We're coming into that sowing of energy, right? We are birthing new things. Nature will be birthing new animals and letting them spring babies be born. But we have to do this part, right? You have to sow your seeds. In 22 days, you're going to be sowing seeds that you didn't know were possible, and it's going to come really quickly for you. So go ahead, make you a checklist, and then put it like on the refrigerator, or get you one of them whiteboards and make your checklist up. And then as you do it slowly within the next 22 days, take them proud moments to walk up to that board and be like, one more down. Celebrate that, because that is growth that not everybody can do. In your unknowns, you've got an ancient one coming forth and a brand new journey ahead of you. This is beautiful, Michelle. In 22 days, not only are you already on a brand new journey, but there's something that's going to be adding to this journey in 22 days, and it comes in the form of an ancient one. This is an immortal deity, male or female, who knows? You'll know though, and in 22 days, you're going to have a very powerful guide helping you along the way. And that's the meta message I got for you, sweetie. Bum, 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 bum. Who did y'all say? Who did y'all say? Y'all said Maruta next or Plucky? Who did y'all say? I should not let y'all have every bit of the power. Now I can't remember who you said. Maruta. Okay, Maruta. Feels like there's something like on my left arm. I keep like I'm pulling like it's a hair, but it's no hair there. Feels like a hair though. I have to get going. Have a wonderful day, y'all. Bye, Miss Moonlight. All right. Maruta, then Plucky, then Aquila. Gotcha. Oh, okay. So, ooh, you got one of my favorites. So, you have a journeyman. Your creature is a journeyman. This little guy is going to sit at the top of your crown, and you're constantly going to go, well, I don't know. I feel like I need to be doing something. If this ain't nothing but get up and take 10 steps, get up and take 10 steps. This journeyman loves to go. This is like the bye-bye king. Like, ooh, did you say bye-bye? This is like the dog that gets happy when you grab the keys, or they see you gathering your stuff because they know you're getting ready to go, and they're wagging their tail and they're at the door. That's what this kind of journeyman is. This kind of journeyman also comes with his very own pixie. I can't call his name out, but you will be able to understand. There is a pixie that is going to come with him, and they're just kind of hide and ride along. They're not going to be very human friendly, but you can change that. You can change that. They're going to always be in love for you, right? Everything that they're going to want to do and everything they're going to want you to do, they're going to want you to do it with love. That means no receipts. But it's not easy for all of us to do, but your journeyman will help you learn how to do it. We all want to hold a little bit of receipt, right? That's not what life is about. You either do it out of love and hope, or you do it with a receipt. This journeyman's going to help you remove those receipts. Your bird is one of the most beautiful birds in the world. Can you guess what it is? The peacock. It's also a very personal totem animal for me. My twin flame is the damn peacock. I say that in a loving way because everybody that knows me knows that I love my twin flame unconditionally, right? Even though I can't stand his ass all the time, I still love him unconditionally. And he's a peacock. Peacocks are so powerful. They are so good. You have the beauty within you, inside and out. Show your feathers. You are body, mind, and spirit. Effortlessly with charm. You have a peacock in your pocket. So this peacock was paired with ending the struggle, right? So as you're ending the struggle with this receipt part of your mind and doing everything with just love and hope and no receipts, it's going to be a balancing act. You're going to be on a tight wire, and I don't expect you to be up there on your own. Make sure you got one of them balancing bars because you're going to need it. But you're absolutely going to be able to do it. And don't stress over it today because the bridge today is only the first step. And it's going to take you 22 days to get across this bridge. So take your time, enjoy every minute of it, and allow it to be natural. In your head and in your crown, you got the fates and you got the treasures hidden within the shadows, right? One of the best things ever is this kind of paired energy, Maruda. You have the ability to talk with things and you can skywrite, automatic write, channel. You can do it however you want because you know that your combination of connection to upper is skywriting, right? You are fated to do this. This is a gift of yours that comes effortlessly to you, where it's a struggle for most of us because we don't know how to do it and we're not very good at it, or we don't practice and we're very lazy with our craft, as I've been told I am. What I can tell you is that one day it will align for them as well as it has aligned for you. And then they're going to see that it wasn't easy, but you make it do what it do. In your heart, you got stand still and a vision quest. So you are about to go on a vision quest, my love. Something is calling for your attention, and right now you don't see it. But one day within this week, your heart is going to be still. And it's at that point you need to pay attention. Something, whether it's a pleasant still or it's just a still you've never felt before. It's not a bad still. It is a peaceful standing still moment, right? It's at that moment that a vision quest will start. Vision quest can be done in the daytime and or the nighttime. So just let your mind wander and enjoy that vision quest ahead of you this week. In your future unknowns, you've got the heart. Yeah, well, let's hope she's got a heart. We know she's got a heart, right? You got the hunter and going for the farthest gate, right? So in your future unknowns, so in about 22 days, you're going to be opening a brand new gate to a brand new place that you've never been before. And you're going to be going with the spirit of the hunter within you. This is something that is capable of the obstacle illusion to blend into the surroundings so that you can't be seen by what you don't want to see you. But because something matches your frequency and it's good, it's going to see you and it's going to guide you and it's going to help you reach that farthest gate. So in 22 days, you're going to be walking in new territory or walking on new land or literally walking through a gate that you never knew was possible because it's always been locked away from you and you didn't have access to it. But this year, you have access to it, and it starts on the first day of spring. And that's the meta message I got for you, Maruda. Oh, okie dokie. Plucky. Beautiful Plucky. Are you here, Plucky? I hope you're here. Yay, Plucky is here. Yes. Yes, you are definitely a hunter in one way or another. So, yes, absolutely. What is that fairy deck? Oh, well, it's the only one in the world that exists. It's the Brian Froud fairy deck, y'all. What? Did y'all not grow up with Brian Froud? Fraggle Rock, The Labyrinth? No, I'm just messing with you. but in my world, it's the only one exists. This is the Brian Froud Fairy Oracle. Okie dokie. Oh, okay. All right. So you really this how you gonna do it? This how you gonna do it for Plucky? Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm gonna have to take a minute for your creature, right? Because you have a creature that something similar to Jonathan's. I'm gonna get to that in a minute, but I just want you to think along them lines, okay? The bird that you got that will be calling for you is going to maybe aggravate my cousin because she's going to have to give up one of her blue jays. You are going to be gifted a blue jay. Of course, I'm just talking mess. There's blue jays all over the world. But you have a blue jay that is going to be calling for you in 22 days. You are present, and so am I. You are survival. You are a bold ambition. We are Blue Jay. So what I want you to understand is that Blue Jays are so powerful. They are such a warning signal for so many creatures that live in this world. Birds that can't cry or call out as loudly as a blue jay can. When a blue jay starts crying out like a war cry or a warning, you see things scatter. And then all you got to do is look up, and I bet you there's a falcon, an eagle, a hawk, something is in the sky, and it was hunting. But that blue jay gave the warning call. So absolutely understand, and they paired it with soulmates for life. This blue jay is yours forever. It's going to take you 22 days for the energy to fully find you and for that blue jay to find you. So make sure that you are present, make sure that you are current, and make sure that you are visible because you have a blue jay coming for you. Okay, so I'm someone that works with death, right? Do you work with death, Plucky? Do you work with ghosts? Do you work with creatures that have crossed over to the other side? That would be a lot of understanding, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. So you're getting a death fairy, right? They paired it with clarity. A death fairy is not bad. Please do not be scared of a death fairy, right? A death fairy is natural, timeless. It is a full release, and she or he will bring liberation to your life, right? This death fairy is meant to look scary because sometimes scary things in this world that we face need to be fought with fire. And in order to fight fire with fire, you have to have that kind of firepower. I have a team that is equally both heavy and very equally bound to match energies light, right? So when I'm fighting fire with fire, I absolutely am grateful that I have these kind of fairies and fays and angels, because I have some angels that, you know, some people are scared of, but they're just reapers and riders. They have a job to do. They're fate creatures. They do not come to hurt or bring darkness into your life. She's coming to bring the clarity of the darkness so that you can understand it. And maybe you're a root worker, and maybe you didn't know it. And maybe you're struggling to work with other things because you're working with the wrong things. And that doesn't mean bad. That just means it's time to get a healthy curiosity to something a little heavier. Doesn't have to make sense to anybody but you. I don't care what people think when I pull out my door boards. Y'all call them Ouija boards. I call it a door board. I don't care what you think. I don't care if I get the writing with my automatic writing connection. That's who I am. I can make the darkness not so dark. And I bet you can too. In your crown, you got sky dancers, forming surrender, and rain makers, right? Wow. You see that rain stick right here? It's a disruption tool, right? If you don't have one, I suggest that you get one. Matter of fact, get you one of them old Christmas tubes that you use wrapping paper with, paper towel tube. Tape one end off, fill it with some beans and rice, tape that end off, secure it, and you've got your own disruption tool. You didn't have to pay a thing for it. My very first rain stick, I made it. This one was handmade for me by a Tibetan monk, but I didn't start off with a very gorgeous rain stick. I started off with a homemade Christmas wrapping roll that I turned into a rain stick. And now, if I'm not mistaken, I think, does Milena have it? Yes. My niece Milena has it now, and she shakes it all the time. It still works. It's very old, but it still works. So get you a rain stick. Homemade is the best, but if you can afford it and you want to splurge, absolutely go ahead. You have to surrender to the darkness. I'm not saying that in a bad way, and I'm not saying give in to addiction. I'm saying stop honoring only the light and start finding a way to look up, because you can't see them stars right now in that daylight. You can't go out there and see the stars that are out there. Honor that darkness, because without it, you would never see them stars. And I think Jonathan said something like that in the chat. So it feels moving to repeat it. So absolutely find a way to honor those stars, because you can't see them without the darkness. In your heart, you got resourcefulness. You got the horned cactus, right? This cactus is one of my favorites, and I am a cactus lover. If my cousin is still in the chat, she will tell you, when it comes to aloes and cacti, I lose my freaking mind. Like, if I'm in a store or I'm outside and I come across a cactus, it's like I instantly just start praying. I instantly start blessing it. I need to check it. I want to uproot it and bring it home with me. Absolutely. And you got curse in reverse, and they paired it with this. It's broken. You don't have to worry about it anymore. All your ancestral for you and your line, your generation, you're not taking any ancient curse into your future. It's broken. The curse in the heart showing up with the horn cactus is letting me know that you have barbed wire fenced your boundaries. Honey, ain't nothing trying to worry about escaping. You're worrying about it never creeping back in. So that is wonderful, and that is a huge accomplishment. Pat yourself on the damn back. That is not easily done. Your future unknowns, you've got the galactic mushroom, which is the divine matrix. So, funny story I heard is that sometimes people can go somewhere, and then when they come back, something is gone, right? Or was it ever there to begin with? You've seen the matrix, and I have a feeling that you're going to see it much easier, because you've got the eagle eye that's going to be meeting you in 22 days at the end of your bridge, and they're going to be helping you with the matrix. So not only do you have a beautiful blue jay, a gorgeous death fairy, you have an eagle that is going to make sure that can't nothing fool you in the matrix. So when that eagle starts showing up in a few weeks, 22 days, look around, see what all of a sudden isn't there anymore, because it was removed, or you can now see it through the eye of your eagle. And it may be there and be fooling other people, but it is no longer fooling you. And that's the message I got for you this week, sweetie. Woo! Ouch! Freaking ouch! I hit my elbow. Akila, are you here, sweetheart? Hi, Rose. Ooh, you have a 5-foot cactus? Ooh, jealous. I am jealous. I guess because I left, but man, oh man, I can make cactus flower faster than anybody. People be like, how did you make the cactus flower? I'll be like, I don't know. It just happened. It just sort of happens. Okay, I'll give it a few more minutes to see if Aquila is here. And again, I apologize, guys. Metatron and Shekinah pick the order. I do not pick it. That way there is no bias to it or favoritism. You're very welcome, Plucky, and everybody is so very welcome. Thank you for being here. And I'm assuming she's not here. Aquila, blah. 20 more seconds. 20 more seconds. 20 more seconds. I hope everybody's message resonates, and it's not necessarily going to kick in today, guys, unless it was your actual weekly meta message. So just hang tight for them spring blessings because it's coming. Okay, nope. Aquila, I'm sorry, baby. You didn't show up, and they are shutting me down. Metatron has now left with Shekinah. You guys, until next time, I'm sending you so many blessings and positive healing vibes. Enjoy everything that's coming, even the bad. It has weight, it has meaning, and it has purpose. Honor it. If you're going through hell, go on through it. Don't let it hang out. Don't let it go into your future with you. I love you, gems, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.